Minnesota, this is Christy Thompson with Christy Legal, divorce and child custody, paralegal and mediator. Today I am with Quella Jackson of Fiercely Embraced. And she is someone you're going to want to know um, if you want to know what's going on in our community. Take it away, Quella.
Thank you, Christy. My name is Quella Jackson. I'm the founder and CEO of Fiercely Embraced. We are a nonprofit organization here in the Twin Cities. We support women and children that are experiencing domestic violence and post-separation abuse. We are educating, advocating, and supporting those who are experiencing domestic violence. And right now, we actually have an event coming up called Breaking the Silence. We will be educating the community about post-separation abuse and how we can rebuild our lives, which is very, very important to the community because once you're down, you want to make sure that you can rebuild and become the best you. So becoming a reclaimer. Also, we were just recently on KSTP 5 Minnesota Live, advocating again for the community when it comes to domestic violence and post-separation abuse. We've been on Care 11 as well, just doing the same thing. Also, we have hosted a few other events with the governor's office. That was our very first event where we are advocating for policy change when it comes to coercive control. Also, we've hosted our backpack drive with community church, where we, get the community together and we give out backpacks and school supplies for those who cannot afford to, pay for these things because they are very expensive. And also we have one coming up at the Rock Church in August 3rd. So make sure to be there. We will have backpacks, supplies, food, a hair braider, just things for the community where we can all get together and just be positive, but also supportive and empowerment. It's a lot of empowerment there.
Yeah, that sure is. And tell us about the what you were awarded recently.
Yeah, back in October at our Empower and Rise event, we were actually awarded with the proclamation from the state of Minnesota for Domestic Violence and Awareness and Prevention Month. So that is something to be very, very excited about, which I tell everyone about. I'm so excited about it, because we are always advocating for policy change and supporting, survivors of domestic violence and post-separation abuse. Again, this is something that needs to be said, it needs to be talked about because it is the silent epidemic. And so many people are affected by it. It could be your neighbor, it could be your best friend, your coworker, and we look over it because we consider it to be just normal, and it's not normal. And sometimes victims of post-separation abuse sometimes lose their lives. So we are trying to prevent that from happening and protect our survivors or victims of domestic violence and post-separation abuse.
Yeah, and I mean everybody's heard of domestic abuse. But a lot of people might not know about post-separation abuse. Can you tell us what that means? Like just like in encapsulated?
Yes. So post-separation abuse, it can look like financial abuse, legal abuse, someone filing just frivolous court cases against you. It could be coercive control, mental and emotional abuse, which is actually a lot more harmful than the physical. We think that because you can see the bruising that, that really hurts, but the bruises can go away. But the mental effect that it has on you actually stays for a very, very long time. And so we are seeing that a lot more people are being diagnosed with PTSD. And a lot of this comes from abusive relationships. And usually you think of PTSD as, someone being in the military, but honestly, more civilians are being diagnosed with this. And it comes from post-separation abuse.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I learned a lot from you when we met back in March, and I learned some more from you today when we talked before recording today. And and today during our conversation. So thank you so much. And I hope that everyone in Minnesota has a great rest of their day.